Guys, so here's a pool update for you. I'm watching this Intex automatic pool cleaner work its way around the pool and everything like that. I usually try to run it in here for about 2 or 3 hours, once a week, or whatnot, just to help get all the junk and all the crap off the water and everything like that. And sometimes it does a better job with cleaning this pool than the vacuum that Intex makes for these smaller pools. It tends to leave a lot of junk behind and everything like that, and because we take down every year and everything like that, we've had some problems with a couple of wrinkles and everything like that, and sometimes debris gets kind of stuck in those wrinkles and everything like that, so it makes it kind of hard. What I've noticed about this cleaner is that we have the sand filter, so we have the 6-way valve. It works better when you put the filter on recirculate, and because it gets more flow from the filter that way. And this particular cleaner works by way of your return and not your intake like the regular vacuums are. Yeah, this one, somehow they rigged it to work with the return, so it works with the flow of the water as it returns back to the water. And it picks up the debris that way. So this is a little bit different than most other automatic pool cleaners that they make in that way. So if you put the filter on recirculate, it tends to run better and it doesn't get stuck as often. I've been running this in here today for about a couple of hours and it hasn't gotten stuck. If it did get stuck, it was able to finally move its way out of the pool. And then, it kind of stays in one place for a while, like how it's been over there for quite some time, and then it moves to a different part of the pool and it goes back and forth over that, a couple of times, and stuff like that. And it doesn't have any moving parts or anything electronical that goes with it. It's just electronic that goes with it. It just uses that filter flow to maneuver itself around the water like that it does. It has a little bit of brushes on the bottom to help brush the floor as it moves, and that helps too because it gets a lot of the slimies off the bottom of the pool that you can get with this really hot weather. And in addition, I did find that it is actually better to run. You run the salt system like you normally would, but I found that it is still better to throw a bag of shock in this pool. I throw one bag in like every 2 weeks. Since I've been doing that, I haven't had any issues with any green slimy spots and stuff like that in the water. Before I was using bleach or liquid chlorine and everything like that, and it just didn't seem to have the same effect. And our combined chlorine levels are still reading 0. They say a lot of times that those shock bags cause combined chlorine, and that the chlorine tablets actually cause combined chlorine. I think it might be true with the tablets because we're not using tablets this year, and you'll know when you have combined chlorine because what it'll be, that smell that you smell when you get in the water that's been chlorine treated? That's combined chlorine. Combined chlorine is from that smell that you can smell. So I'm pretty satisfied with the fact that we don't have it and everything too, because I don't smell that smell coming from the water. And it's not on our clothes and in our hair and everything like that when we get out. And then my Taylor K2006 test kit keeps on reading that there's 0 combined chlorine. So we're good to go. And everything like that. I try to keep the chlorine levels pretty stable in here. Another thing you do want to do if you're using chlorine is you need to go and get a stabilizer or pool conditioner. And I mean, it's sold at Walmart. It's nothing special. Clorox has some, Arm & Hammer has some. There's a bunch of different brands of the stabilizer that you can get, and the one that I put in was one that you use for a saltwater pool because it's non-chlorine, that particular stabilizer. But the stabilizer will keep you from having chlorine loss, because you have chlorine loss because of the sun and everything like that, and you can have chlorine loss because of, you know, evaporation. Your water evaporates. If you're getting a lot of rain like we're getting and everything like that, that can cause some problems too. So you want to have some stabilizer in there. You're going to just keep having to add chlorine all the time, add chlorine, add chlorine, add chlorine until you're blue in the face and still never have enough chlorine. So you're going to want to do that. And then I meant to tell you, when I was doing the review for the Intex water fountain, which is that thing over there, I was looking for the term for the chemical that's in salt that makes the chlorine. It's called sodium chloride. For some reason that day, that word just slipped my mind. And I just had a lot of crap going on and stuff like that. And so I just kind of forgot for a minute. But anyway, like I said, I would, you know, get that information and mention it in a pool update when I was out here. So yeah, it's sodium chloride. So, basically this pool has been working really well with the salt system this year. I'm really super happy with it. Because, I don't know, last year I spent probably close to $200 or $300 on all the shock bags and all the chlorine tablets. And everything like that. I don't know, somebody said that you can get chlorine tablets and a big thing for like $70. Well, here everywhere I looked it was over $100, and so I never did it. I kept on just buying like the little buckets and everything like that, but in total, my cost, swimming pool chemical cost last year was somewhere around $200 or $300. And this year I probably have only spent like a fraction of that since we've had this saltwater system, and I've probably spent like maybe $50 on chemicals. The shock bags that I've been using were bags that I had left over from last year, and I'm going to go back to Walmart and just get like 4 or 5 more of those, because I'm only putting them in there like once every 2 weeks or something. And so if I get one more, maybe a box of 6 of them or something like that, will probably get me through to the end of the season. And then in between the time that I shock, I still add a little bit of bleach every now and then. just to help out a little bit, just like a half a gallon of bleach, and everything like that. And then I don't do that every day. It's like once a week or something. So pretty much the salt system does all the work, and everything like that. But like I said, with this heat and with all this rain and all the crap that's been going on this year, and stuff like that, I've been a little bit worried about this water getting all gunked up with, you know, something getting in it and everything like that. And one time, I think it was like 3 or 4 weeks ago, I was in the pool vacuuming. Oh, hey there, little guy. There was like yellow slime like on the bottom edge, and stuff like that. And I don't know, to me it looked like algae was trying to grow, and everything like that. So that's when I started, is, you know, like, I've got these shock bags left over from last year. I'm gonna just use them. And I know other people that have a saltwater system that use shock bags every now and then. It doesn't hurt anything. It says in the instructions, or somewhere, it wasn't in the instructions, and it was somewhere on YouTube about a saltwater system that said you're not supposed to use powder. So that's where I got the whole thing that they recommend that you don't use powder or any kind of chlorine granules, because it's supposed to clog your salt cell or something. So yeah, I'm just watching this little guy roaming around in a pool. It does a really, really good job. So if you're looking for something to help make your Intex pool easier to clean, this might be something for you because, like I said before, if you were watching one of my last videos, these pools don't come with a skimmer, a through-wall skimmer. They come with this little thing that hangs on the side of the pool, and honestly, it doesn't really get anything off of the top of the water. So this pool is incredibly hard to keep clean because of that, and you're gonna have to go in and swim around in your pool with like some of those paddles and just get all the stuff floating on the top. Like, I've got a lot of stuff floating on the top, and there's no way around with this pool. You gotta just get in and use your paddle and start scooping out as much as you can with it, because like I said, you know, with the fact that it has no skimmer, that just makes it all the more difficult. But other than that, I wouldn't really change anything about it. It's working really well with the salt system, and so it makes it kind of like too where, you know, there's less maintenance with it, and everything like that with the salt system, as opposed to always having to add chlorine all the time, and chlorine tablets and junk like that. You know, it just gets old. So you know, I know that Summer Escapes makes a pool that has a through-wall skimmer, but they made their pumps a little bit cheaper. A lot of people who have the Summer Escape always convert their Summer Escape into an Intex pool and use Intex parts. So I guess one way or the other, but I mean, I think that, you know, with the quality that you're getting with this pool, Ultra Frame with Intex and everything like that, they should put a skimmer on the side, especially since they have, you know, the two intakes now. One of them needs to be a skimmer. That would be a lot easier to get the floating debris out of the water. So with it, having an automatic vac like this, it makes it way easier to clean. Pool vacuums generally work better whenever they're hooked up through your skimmer, rather than being like mine. Mine has its own little dirt cup, and it picks up the debris like that. But like I said before, it misses a lot of pieces, and especially really big pieces it won't get because it's just not big enough. This gets in there and it gets all the really tiny microscopic stuff that the vacuum can't get, and it also gets all the really big debris out that it can't get. So I mean, I let this run in there, you know, for a couple of hours, and it gets everything. The only thing that I would, these were at some point floating up at the top of the water, and they have sunk to the bottom now, and everything like that. So I'm not gonna know, you know, whether or not it'll pick it up, because it looks like they're kind of still floating. They're like not all the way on the bottom of the pool. Like you can see that one right there is still kind of moving around. So I don't know if the vacuum will actually pick them up. It usually does get these bigger pieces. So we'll see. Looks like it might have got itself stuck over there. I'm gonna wait and see if it moves on its own. Every once in a while I still have to go in and you know, move the hoses around and everything like that to get it unstuck out of the corners, and everything like that. And this is the only time that it's gotten stuck since I've been out here, and since I've had it running today. So let me see. It looks like it's stuck. I'm gonna go over here and just give it a little nudge. Oh, you just grab a hold of the hose and just move it out. It's kind of twisted. Okay, there it goes again. Well, it looks like it was moving. Oh, it's headed right straight back to that same corner. Sometimes just give it a minute here and let's see. Yeah, it is moving itself out of that corner now. So sometimes it takes it a minute and everything like that, but just if it ever gets stuck, you know, just go wiggle the hoses. Those gray things on them turn, so sometimes you gotta move the hoses around so that that'll turn and get it moving again. You don't ever want to pull on it though real hard, because I had one time I had the hose come off of it, and then I had to get in the pool and fish the whole thing out and re-screw in the hose clamp. So you don't want to pull real hard on it and anything like that. Just kind of give it a little push, and or, you know, like I said, move the hoses around, and it'll also get it to go again. So anyway, that's all I really had with this video, is just a bunch of talking and showing you my pool cleaner and everything like that. And I will, maybe I'll make a separate video or make an attachment to this one on what it looks like when you open this thing up to clean it, so that you can see how that goes. A lot of people don't post that. I only saw one other guy post how to open one up and everything like that, and to show you how to clean it. So, yeah, I think I'll put that at the end. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hey guys, so I just got this out of the pool, and I'm gonna just show you real quick how you open it. These little things right here come open. There are 4 of them. There's one on each side. Sometimes it's kind of hard to get it to come open, and then there's 2 in the front and the back. So you have 2. I have 4 total. 2. Sorry about that. You have 2 on the sides and then 2 in the back. And then this is like the little netting that you pull this off. These little tabs, you just pull on them. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this one-handed, so I may need to pause this and show you after I actually get it off. Though I'll try it. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna pause this. Okay, so here is it. I'll open. This gasket here just goes around, like in the corners and everything like that, because I only have one hand. I'm not gonna be able to actually put it back on. But yeah, it just goes all the way around it, around these edges there. You can see where those grooves are. And then this is where it catches debris on here. If you want to, you can just take a water hose and clean it off and everything like that, but most of the time it's okay to just kind of get it all off. And then here's like some of the junk that it got. Some pieces of some plant stems in there, and just some stuff that the other vacuum wouldn't get. Had I put it in there, you know, to actually do all the vacuuming, it would have picked up all the stuff, but usually I don't. I usually run the vacuum first and then put this in there, because this gets the stuff that the vacuum doesn't get, and everything like that. And if I just run this straight off, it just make this have to run in there even longer, because like I said before, it takes it quite a bit of time to actually get everything clean. And these are the brushes, and then when you get this, they send you other brushes that you can change these, and then to take them off, you just pull them off the inside. They're attached there. You see those little holes here, the little round holes right there, they just pop right off. So yeah, that's all. That's how it goes. It comes apart, and then it goes back together pretty much the same way that it came apart. So again, thanks for watching, and see you next time.